Breaking news right now, the FBI saying it's recovered the rifle in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. The FBI press conference just held, and what we've learned about video of the suspected shooter and the weapon and shoe print recovered by authorities.
Also this morning, remembering 9/11, the victims in the terrorist attacks that shocked our country and the world, honored today. How the United States and the inland Northwest are paying tribute and their respects.
Some of us saw some storm and shower activity overnight last night, but today the shower and storm chances will continue. The warm temperatures are sticking around also. Details on it all here on NonStop Local at 6:30.
Wake up, you gotta rise to the sun, and here it comes, it's time to make the best of what you got to give. It's all about rising, and I wanna be there.
Growing up, death was a familiar.
And this morning, you're taking a live look right now from Ground Zero in New York City, one of the sites of the 9/11 terrorist attacks that happened on this day 24 years ago. And we're sharing those remembrances this morning on Wake Up NonStop Local. Our top story right now, the manhunt continues for the person responsible for the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. He was shot and killed at a public event at Utah Valley University. We have new information just coming in. Thank you for joining us here on the Wake Up Show. I'm Sam Adams.
And I'm Kalai Chalk. We've just learned during a press conference moments ago that Utah authorities say they have good video of the suspect on campus escaping the shooting scene, entering a neighborhood, but they say they're not sharing that publicly right now.
And this is a picture of that area where the shooting happened. Authorities from the Utah Department of Public Safety believe the shooter fired from one of the rooftops near the campus courtyard about 200 yards away. FBI now saying that they have recovered what they believe is a high-powered bolt-action rifle belonging to the shooter, recovered in a wooded area where the suspect fled after that shooting. That rifle is now going to be analyzed by the FBI. Kirk co-founded the youth organization Turning Point USA in 2012. With millions of online supporters, he's credited with mobilizing the youth vote for President Donald Trump.
He was 31 years old, and authorities say that they have spoken to his wife since his assassination. He also has 2 young children that he leaves behind. President Trump announced Kirk's death on social media.
This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever.
And the president has ordered all American flags be lowered to half-staff in Kirk's honor until Sunday night. Now, his death comes 5 months after he visited Washington State University.
That event, part of a nationwide American comeback tour at the time, drawing a large crowd of students, faculty, and staff, many of whom reacted following his death.
It's deplorable by all means, no matter which side of the political aisle you fall on.
I didn't think it was real at first, and then seeing all of my friends kind of repost things and stuff like that, it was like a big shock to me.
I personally think he's a human, he's brave enough to be out there and voice his thoughts, and I think it's really sad to see that happen.
And this evening, there will be a vigil for Kirk in Coeur d'Alene. That's at McEwen Park from 7:15 to 8 p.m. this evening. Organizers say it's a time for the community to come together in unity to remember his impact. 6:33 this morning. On the weather front, you're looking live this morning over downtown Spokane.
All right, let's get to the Weather Center. Justin Spinney is in for Jenny Power, and you say get ready for some showers and possible thunderstorms.
Yeah, no doubt. It's something we've been dealing with throughout much of this week, right? It's those little small hit and miss pop-up showers and storms, and we're likely dealing with a few more of them today. On top of that, the other thing we've seen throughout much of September, it's been warm temperatures, and that's something else that's going to continue into today. I want to start with the current temperatures that we have out there right now. Currently at 62 degrees in Spokane. I want to bring you over to Moses Lake. We dropped 6 degrees here in the last hour. We were at 66 as of 5:30, now down to 60 degrees, still above average for that low temperature for this time of year. No surprise where our coolest area is. We're looking toward northeast Washington, Colville. down to 48 degrees. But the high temperature for today, it's still well above average. And for the most part, it should be a pretty nice day for most of us today. Mostly sunny skies. A little bit of haze is going to be sticking around because of that wildfire smoke. There's that high temperature of 84. Then this afternoon, and as we head into this evening, even once the sun goes down, that shower and thunderstorm chance will return with the highest chances of showers and thunderstorms areas south of I-90, areas that saw thunderstorms last night like the LC Valley and the Palouse. Things will quiet down a bit on the shower and thunderstorm front for most of us as we head into Friday. High temperature of 82 degrees, should be mostly sunny, and it'll be similar as we head into Saturday and kick off the weekend. So what do your chances of seeing measurable precipitation look like today, whether it's via thunderstorm or some pop-up showers? It's a higher chance down toward those southern valleys, the LC Valley and the Clearwater Valley. There's that 20 to 30% chance into Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and that will come later this evening, starting around 6, 7 o'clock is when that chance will begin for areas right along the I-90 corridor. The other area with the higher chances of seeing thunderstorms will be toward the eastern Panhandle Mountains. Coming up, though, we're going to talk more about the temperatures across the inland Northwest, with many of us still headed into the 80s today, guys.
Okay, Justin, thank you. Here's a live look at Ground Zero in New York this morning, where loved ones and family members are reading the names of the nearly 3,000 people who were killed in the attack 24 years ago today. And today we remember nearly 3,000 lives lost in 2001. 4 planes were hijacked by terrorists.
2 of those planes hitting the Twin Towers, killing everyone on board those aircraft. Thousands more inside the World Trade Center, along with those first responders who rushed in to save those lives. And today there are ceremonies happening right now, as you see, in New York City at Ground Zero, as well as in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where United Flight 93 crashed into a field there after passengers had stopped hijackers from crashing into another government building.
The 4th plane crashed into the Pentagon. There's a memorial there this morning as well for the families of the victims. It'll be private and then open to the public later today. And here locally, Spokane County Fire District 10 is hosting first responders for a ceremony to remember 9/11. It starts at 8 a.m. at Fire Station 10 in Airway Heights.
And there's also a wreath laying ceremony that will be at the Spokane County Interstate Fair this morning, starting at 11 o'clock a.m. And at Eastern Washington University, they are paying tribute to the first responders of 9/11 this morning at Roos Field.
Let's get to NonStop Local's Noah Bolter, who's live this morning from Cheney from the 9/11 stair climb.
Yeah, Sam Kalai, at 8 o'clock this morning, organizers anticipating hundreds of people will take to the stairs here at Roos Field to honor the fallen heroes from 9/11. And I'm here with somebody who can talk a little bit more about this event. This is Lynn Parrish with Eastern Washington University. So, Lynn, for anybody unfamiliar, what's taking place here today?
Yeah, so we're doing our 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb to honor those fallen and those who still continue to serve as first responders in our community and communities throughout the country.
Well, and Lynn, this isn't the first time that this has taken place here at Eastern Washington University, but it's been a break since COVID.
That's correct. Yeah, the last time we did this was 2019, and we have a former student, recently graduated student, Denise Andrande, to thank for this event coming back. Denise has some roots in New Jersey. 9/11 is close to her and her family, and she wanted to help Eastern bring back this event that commemorates those who are fallen. Yeah.
Wow. Lynn, thank you so much for sharing that. And for the people at home, if you want to participate, it's completely free to attend. There is a version where you run the stairs. There's another option for anybody incapable. If you'd like to run or walk the track as well, that's also available. Again, it's free to the public. Starts at 8 o'clock right here at Roos Field at Eastern Washington University. And even if you haven't registered, you can register in person. Live in Cheney, Noah Bolter, NonStop Local.
All right, Noah, thank you. Your other news headlines right now. We are following a deadly campus shooting, this one at Evergreen High School in Colorado.
1 student is dead and several others are in the hospital this morning. Authorities say a student opened fire just after noon yesterday, shooting and injuring 2 classmates, then killing himself. Lawmakers are responding to the latest tragedy.
The country's divided. There's a lot of bitterness. Violence is no solution. And it's very, very, very frustrating, especially with kids, that somehow they're feeling that this is their only way, their solution.
And Governor Jared Polis released in a statement calling the shooting devastating, saying his heart goes out to the victims and their families. The FBI and ATF are investigating. Well, with the new school year now underway, education leaders in Washington State are taking a look back. Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction is going over last year's stats as part of its annual student assessment data.
State Superintendent Chris Reichdahl saying that he's happy with his new report card and says that students are performing well, showing year-to-year improvement.
Key metrics for us are all either at where they were last year or improving, getting stronger, which is very, very good news this year, something we haven't seen in several years.
Reichdahl did also acknowledge several challenges that educators are facing right now, including how economic circumstances can impact student outcomes. Also making math a point of emphasis moving ahead.
Math was the only subject where some of the age groups underperformed. Despite the challenges, Reichdahl says he's encouraging students and parents to remain engaged in improving student learning. Well, police have recovered 2 antique bronze plaques stolen from 2 bridges in Spokane and then listed for sale on Facebook Marketplace. According to the Spokane Historic Landmarks Facebook page, a woman saw the plaques on sale over the weekend and then reported it to Crime Check.
Now, according to the police report, the seller said he didn't know that they were stolen. The plaques commemorate each bridge built, including the Latah Bridge in 1913 and the Marnie Bridge in 1920. They've since been returned to the Spokane Streets Department, and the Spokane Historic Preservation Office will now arrange to have them reinstalled. Well, fans heading into a game at Washington State University for football this season will now be able to buy beer and wine inside the stadium.
The Washington Alcohol and Cannabis Commission is giving a green light to a 1-year pilot program allowing the sale of beer and wine to fans in general seating. Now, during the trial run, there will be a no re-entry policy. Fans who purchase alcohol will be limited to 2 drinks per purchase, and alcohol will be banned from the student section with additional security hired for enforcement.
I personally view the sale of alcohol in these environments different than other sports and entertainment facilities that we license, and appreciate the care and consideration that's gone into assuring that we proceed with a plan that will be successful.
The commission will have to review safety data collected this year before authorizing the pilot program to extend it beyond 2026. All right, it is 6:41, still to come here on Wake Up NonStop Local. Justin is tracking some wet weather.
That's right, and you can see out on the horizon, a little bit orange, still dealing with some haze today, but the increase in moisture, that should continue to help with our air quality, but it's also going to bring those shower and thunderstorm chances. More on those coming up.
Robert R. Elseth, Edgar Hendricks.
And as we go to break, we remember the victims of 9/11 as the names of those killed are read aloud, as they are every year, as we remember this historic, tragic day in American history.
All 2,977 names being read aloud this morning at the scene of Ground Zero. We'll be right back.
Jose Espinal,
Fanny Espinoza,
Billy Scoop Esposito,
Bridget Ann Esposito,
Francis Esposito,
Michael A. Esposito,
Ruben Esquilin Jr.,
Sadie Et,
Barbara G. Etzold,
Eric Brian Evans,
Robert